From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. I'm First Alert Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth. We're tracking the wet weather building to our south and west. Not just wet weather, but wintry weather. Snow levels are around 1,000, 1,500 feet for this morning. So it could start snowing within the Yakima Valley within the next 30 minutes to an hour. Also, we're already tracking some snow showers in the Blue Mountains for this morning. Now, temperatures for lower elevations are above freezing by about 5-ish degrees, maybe a little less than that, but that would definitely curb the accumulations that we could see within the valleys. We're just expecting a cold rain for the lower Columbia Basin and for the Blue Foothills. Also, well, speaking of the Blue Foothills, visibility pretty shabby there. We're not seeing any visibility in Walla Walla or in Pendleton. It's looking pretty shabby. For Cabbage Hill, also for Snoqualmie Pass, looks like some of that's starting to seep down into the Kittitas Valley as well. So good reason to take it slow on the roadways and to use the low beam. So here's the bottom line for the forecast. Chances for mountain and valley snow for today, less so for Wednesday, much less. Will be pretty dry for Thursday and Friday. And then another storm system that we're tracking into this week, and I'll tell you how much rain and snow we're expecting from that one coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, the suspect who vandalized at least 6 businesses in downtown Yakima is in custody, while police are asking other businesses in the area to do. And a school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin leaves 2 people dead and several others injured. We have the latest just ahead in this hour. And no more traffic backups on the Blue Bridge as the painting portion has finally come to a close. With the details on the final stages of the project, Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica DeLal. It is Tuesday, December 17th. We're going to start off in a follow-up this morning. A man suspected of throwing a rock through the window of the Yakima Police Department last week is now in custody. The 25-year-old man is facing a first-degree malicious mischief charge. This after Yakima police say he vandalized at least 6 downtown businesses, causing a total of $25,000 in damage. Police are letting the public know that if any other businesses have been hit, it's important to make a police report, no matter the size of the damage.
Maybe the damage is small at your business, but if we link it to the string of crimes, the person will be charged with a felony because it aggregates the amount of damage caused in the one event.
Officers also say businesses can help protect themselves by having good lighting, security cameras, and not including larger rocks as part of their landscaping. Now to another follow-up. The Grant County Sheriff's Office has identified the man who died in a house fire on December 13th. He's been identified as 43-year-old James Rohrer. Deputies say it appears the fire started on the couch and Rohrer tried to put it out with the fire extinguisher, but he was overcome by smoke and then died. Now, this has not been confirmed as the official cause, as it's still being investigated, and also the cause of the fire is also under investigation. In continuing coverage this morning, we've talked about the inconsistencies with the City of Mapton's finances, but we're now looking to the future. Our Emily Goodell tells us Mapton will be starting off the new year with less money in the bank than it had going into 2024.
The city's also headed into the new year with negative balances in its cemetery, water, garbage, and custodial funds. $1.5 million in the bank at the beginning of 2024. The city making $6.1 million, but spending $6.5, ending up with $987,000 in the bank to start out 2025.
We started with 2021, adjusted for inflation and known factors, to come up with this proposed 2025 budget.
A budget that's still missing some details.
There aren't any capital projects listed in the budget, but they can be added as council takes action on capital projects as they come up.
The city projecting similar trends when you account for a $1.7 million state grant in 2024, but looking at lower revenue. The city's biggest funds, water, sewer, and general fund. All three projected to make more money than they cost next year. Water and sewer costs paid for by charging residents for how much they use. More than half of general fund revenue coming from taxes, followed by intergovernmental revenues and licenses and permits. The largest expenditures in the general fund, law enforcement, followed by administration and parks. The overall picture of a city knowing about how much it should spend next year, but still not sure what's been spent in the past.
We need to stop doing it incorrectly at some point so that we can minimize the amount of time where we are operating illegally, so that we can get that resolved while we continue to move forward with a legal operating budget.
The City Council did not vote to adopt the 2025 budget at its last regular meeting. However, it can still do so at its next meeting in January. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. And we're talking about another city's budget now. Sunnyside is taking action on its proposed budget for 2025. And coming up tonight on Apple Valley News Now, we'll have a complete breakdown on the budget before and after the NBA championship game. Now to a project that's taken almost an entire year, it's finally coming to an end. We're talking about the Blue Bridge painting project. The Washington Department of Transportation says traffic backups are a thing of the past now as the painting and the containment is complete. Officials are in the final stages of this project. WashDOT was expecting the project to be completed in late 2024 or early 2025, so things are looking right on track.
Painting containment removal is complete, which also means that the daily lane closures are no longer needed. There's going to be a few things that people will notice that will still need to be taken care of, just a few things that crews are tidying up on, cleaning up, but the major work is done.
Officials also say crews did not find anything structurally concerning while working on the project, and for now there still might be intermittent lane closures, and this is so workers can continue with cleanup for the next few weeks, but no need to worry, these closures won't last long. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, a shooting at a school in Madison, Wisconsin is the 323rd school shooting of the year, and we're learning more about the suspect and the victims, and we have those details after the break. But first, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your weather forecast.
The Christmas season is happening at Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company. Get 10% off custom buildings this holiday season. From now till the end of the month, take a jolly 20% off all in-stock inventory. We're also bringing you free fast delivery that's Santa approved. So skip the naughty list and head to Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company. The best deals of the season are waiting just for you.
You know you can't live without it. See Hinder, pound the Legends Casino Hotel Events Center, live Saturday, January 11th at 8 p.m. Hinder, set the post-grunge standard with its stark lyrics and mesmerizing sound. Tickets start at just $20 and can be purchased at Ticketmaster.com or the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Hinder's Lips of an Angel and more. Live at Legends Casino Hotel, Saturday, January 11th. Get your tickets now.
Christmas is fast approaching, and Honey Baked Ham has exactly what your family gathering needs. Pick up one of our famous fully cooked spiral hams dripping with our delicious glaze. And don't worry, we also have whole turkeys and whole turkey breasts. Don't forget, Honey Baked Ham makes a perfect holiday gift. Complete your feast with our incredible sides and delicious desserts. So many choices! Honey Baked Ham on Columbia Center Boulevard, or call us at 509-579-5855. Put Honey Baked Ham on your table this year.
Come discover our hand-picked collections at D-Lynn's Boutique. Whether you're shopping for a cozy weekend getaway or a special night out, D-Lynn's Boutique has everything you need to shine this winter. Visit us in-store or online and let us help you wrap the season in style.
And now a joke from Yolk's Fresh Market.
What did the egg yolk say to the lemon juice? Happy Hollandaise.
When uncertainty falls upon your freedom, you need an unwavering champion.
We're dedicated to not just tipping the scales in your favor, but also delivering an unwavering and relentless defense. With over 5 decades of experience, we'll fiercely defend your freedom and secure the most favorable outcome. Your best defense, Quantum Legal.
This newscast sponsored by Mariano Morales Law. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you some of our past conditions for this morning, starting with US 97 at Blewett Pass. It is snow-packed. Traction tires are advised. It's looking similar for US 2 at Stevens Pass. Then on Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass, it's slushy. Traction tires are advised. It looks the same for US 12 at White Pass. That would be in Yakima County. And I'll take it over to the Blues. I-84 at Cabbage Hill, slushy. You do have to carry chains. And then, you know, typically, at least this is the way it's trended over the past couple weeks, but the worst pass consistently has been Oregon 204 at Tollgate. That rings true again for this morning. Packed snow, and you do have to have chains if you're towing between milepost 10 and milepost 39. Also, the Battle Mountain Summit, we're seeing packed snow, and you do have to carry chains there as well. Now let's talk about lower elevations. By 7 this morning, we are anticipating some snow for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. It's just going to be a cold rain for the basin and foothills. Still anticipating snow by around lunchtime for the valleys, excuse me, but still rain for the basin and foothills. And then I'm thinking by the time we get to 4 p.m. should mostly be rain for all lower elevations at that point. So for today, we'll actually have highs that'll be about 5 degrees above average for this time of the year. So we'll either be in the 30s or 40s. Winds gusting out of the south and southeast between 20 to 30 miles per hour for our mountain ranges. And then for tonight, we'll start to trend drier, but the winds are going to turn out of the south and west, really gusting hard in the Cascades, upwards of 45 miles per hour, more like 20 to 30 miles per hour for the Blue Mountains and Blue Foothills. But I'll time out all of this and I'll tell you how much rain and snow we're anticipating from this storm system, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. Now in your national news this morning, 2 people are dead with several others injured after a school shooting in Madison, Wisconsin. The suspected shooter died from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. The investigation into what happened is only getting started as frustration grows in Madison that the latest school shooting happened in their community. ABC's Christiane Cordero has more.
This morning, Madison, Wisconsin's Abundant Life Christian School's doors are closed to all but investigators after a teenage student brought a handgun and opened fire in a study hall Monday, according to officials. The 911 call came in just before 11 a.m., they add, from a second-grade student at the school.
Don't let that soak in for a minute. A second-grade student called 911 at 10:57 a.m. to report a shooting at school.
Officers entered the school within 4 minutes, finding the shooter killed 2 people. 6 more were taken to the hospital with injuries.
I heard gunshots and screaming, and it was all really scary, and I was terrified. So were my friends.
Investigators say the suspect, 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow, who went by Samantha, took her own life. Police cleared the rest of the school room by room as parents arrived to pick up their children. Britt and Kyle Grange, speaking with ABC's Alex Perez, are grateful their kids are okay.
I'm very, very, very thankful. I mean, the gut-wrenching feeling that you feel when you get that notification, there's no, you always just hope that never happens, and it happened today.
The community gathered in a prayer service last night as investigators searched the alleged shooter's home and social media accounts, all looking for answers in the latest school shooting for the lessons not yet learned.
We've got to care about this as a problem. You can't just, again, be #1 on the planet for school shootings, for mass shootings, and not see that as a problem.
The suspect's parents are cooperating with investigators, and this is now the 323rd school shooting of the year, and that's according to the K-12 school shooting database. Now up next on Good Morning Northwest, TikTok's ban in the U.S. is set to take place on January 19th, and now President-elect Donald Trump is saying he might reevaluate the ban. Details coming up in your political news.
for 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Snow is in the air, and it's beginning to look a lot like savings during the holiday sale at Furniture Row. Stop in today because everything is on sale with savings up to 50%. Check out huge discounts on living, dining, bedroom, and mattresses. Or make decorating your entire home easier with 48 months, no interest financing. So pack up the sleigh, pick up grandmother on the way, and shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. Happy holidays from Furniture Row.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Through December 31st, receive rebates up to $1,850 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Alice's birthday is coming up. We're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band. Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Count on Apple Valley News Now and ABC for the most magical holiday programs ever, including favorites from Disney, plus so much more. Apple Valley News Now holiday shows, proudly sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
This holiday season, grab your hot cocoa and get cozy by the fire. Will the Senators freeze up on Kraken's home ice? Find out in the game you won't want to miss. Kraken, Senators, pregame at 6:30, tonight on MeTV.
Next live, Michael Fassbender and Nikki Glazer. Plus, the Holly Jolly games continue with the Candy Cane Challenge.
Go, go, go.
Oh, yum. Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the forecast. There's a lot to talk about. So for today, steady precip throughout the day. Snow for most of the day in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley. Rain for lower elevations and even a transition to rain for Cabbage Hill by the late morning to early afternoon. Then for tonight, a quick burst of freezing rain possible in the early to mid-evening for Snoqualmie Pass. Then a transition to rain by the late evening. Rain for lower elevations, including for the valleys at this point, but that should mostly taper off by the late evening to overnight hours. Then for tomorrow, a much drier day and less wintry too, with rising snow levels. The best chance for wet weather will be in the morning for the Cascades, Blues, and Blue foothills, and we can't rule out some light showers lasting deeper into the day for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys. And then for tomorrow night, a few showers could be left over in the Cascades, Kittitas, and Upper Yakima valleys, but we should be mostly dry overall. Now let's talk about snowfall totals we're expecting for Tuesday and Wednesday. 3 to 6 inches for our Cascade passes, probably less than 2 inches for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys. No snow for the basin, no snow for the foothills, and a trace to 3 inches for the Blue Mountain passes. Here are some of the water totals we're anticipating for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're thinking between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of water for the basin and foothills, between 1/4 to 1/2 for the Yakima Valley, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Kittitas Valley and Blue Mountains, and upwards of 1.5 to 2 inches of water in the Cascades, so quite wet up that way. We'll trend much drier for Thursday and Friday. Then the wet weather starts to creep back into the picture for Saturday, but it's really going to be Sunday and Monday that we're going to hone in on as that's looking like a pretty wet set of days. More on that in a second, but first I wanted to talk about temperatures surging to values about 15 degrees above average for Wednesday. That's going to be short-lived as temperatures will stabilize after that. So for Sunday and Monday, not expecting that much snow. Snow levels are going to be much higher, between 4,000 and 5,500 feet, maybe an inch for Snoqualmie Pass. But it will be another wet storm system specifically for the Cascades once again. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Drier Thursday and Friday, but small shower chances for Saturday through Monday. Then in Yakima, cloudy and cold to end the work week. Chances for wet weather go back up this weekend. Then in Ellensburg, maybe a leftover sprinkle for Thursday, but completely dry for Friday, and shower chances go back up starting on Saturday. Then in Hermiston, drier towards the end of this week. Then we're tracking small shower chances for the weekend. Then for Walla Walla, cloudy, cold, and dry for Thursday and Friday, and about 30 to 50% shower chances come back around for Saturday through Monday.
Thank you, Josh. In your political news this morning, President-elect Donald Trump is saying he might reevaluate the pending ban on TikTok. The ban on the social media platform is set to take effect January 19th, the day before its inauguration, unless TikTok's parent company, ByteDance, sells it to a non-Chinese buyer. A source says TikTok's CEO met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago yesterday, and Trump is crediting TikTok with helping him get reelected. Meanwhile, TikTok is suing over the ban, and in a filing yesterday, the company asked the Supreme Court to intervene. Now, in more political news, Washington, D.C. is once again facing a potential government shutdown. The deadline is Friday, and funding for farmers has reportedly caused a stalemate. Both Republican and Democratic aides say they believe Congress will be able to come to an agreement that keeps the government running through March 2025. However, right now, the bill on the table doesn't have additional assistance for the agricultural world. That could cause voting problems with lawmakers in farm-heavy states, and it is causing partisan bickering. The matter is currently being hashed out by House Speaker Mike Johnson, Democratic Leader Hakeem Jeffries, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, and Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, 3 pop music stars are singing karaoke from the passenger seat of a car. Plus, we have a look at the new season of The White Lotus. That's all in your Hollywood Minute after the break.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Pasco, and Hermiston. It's time to start thinking of gifts for your friends and family. Smoke City for Less has all kinds of great ideas, like favorite character bags, trays, accessories, candles, and incense. And if your loved one is hard to shop for, get them a gift card so they can get what they want. Lowest prices and the largest selection of vape mods and the best batteries, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Check them out this season. Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
At State Fair Park, the lights will glow. A dazzling, twinkling holiday show. The 5th Annual Light Festa Drive-Through Delight. Presented by Giza Credit Union, so merry and bright. From December 12th to the 22nd, a magical journey is to be expected. So get your tickets and join the fun. At State Fair Park for everyone. Not even a Grinch could say bah humbug to this. So visit statefairpark.org for your holiday bliss.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Hello there. Watch Live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment news, we're taking a look at the new season of The White Lotus. I love this show.
Now, plus 3 of music's most popular artists are singing Christmas favorites and doing it from the passenger seat of a car. Douglas Hyde has it all in today's Hollywood Minute.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ding-a-ling-a-ling too.
Some of the biggest names in music are already feeling a little merry this season. Dua Lipa, Chappell Roan, and Lady Gaga spread holiday cheer in a carpool karaoke Christmas. The trio sings Christmas classics and some of their own hits in the new special, now streaming on Apple TV Plus and Apple Music. Kristen Bell is set to host the Screen Actors Guild Awards. It marks the second time she's emceed the ceremony, which hasn't had a host since 2019. Jane Fonda will also be there on the big night to receive a Lifetime Achievement honor. The SAG Awards stream live on Netflix February 23rd.
I almost died today. But we got the room comped, didn't we, babes? That was cool.
Yeah, you did a great job, babe. White Lotus fans, the wait will soon be over. The season 3 premiere date was just revealed in a new teaser trailer. The Emmy-winning HBO series returns on February 16th and is set in Thailand this time. Show creator Mike White says it'll take a funny look at death and Eastern religion and spirituality. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Okay, Josh, I know I've recommended a million things for you to watch, but you have to watch The White Lotus. Please add it to your very long list. That is all just me recommending books, TV shows, movies that you will never get to.
That list is like a king's scroll.
I know.
Oh, hear ye, hear ye.
Well, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest at 6:30, the city of Mesa's only grocery store for miles goes up in flames. And we have the details and more of your top stories coming up in your next half hour.
You know you want a burger, so make it my Smash Jack. Rated the best burger in fast food. It's even got more beef than a Big Mac. Chin up, Ronald. Maybe you'll get a participation trophy. My Smash Jack, now on sourdough. Welcome to Talking About.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado. For 200 accessories including dozens of humidors and fine pipes. It's the educated cigar.
Unwrap smoother skin this season with Curve Appeal. Imagine flawless, touchable skin with pain-free laser hair removal using our new Splendor X machine. Right now, sessions starting as low as $60. Only 6 sessions needed. Don't wait. It's the perfect treat for yourself or someone special. And for the holidays, give the gift of confidence and beauty with our Curve Appeal gift certificates. Book now and let us bring out your holiday glow with Splendor X. CurveAppealTC.com.
In a world where every customer wins, only one event will completely change the vehicle shopping experience for Eastern Washington. This is an all-out battle as all McCurley locations compete to provide you with the best deals of the year. Hurry in today and save big before the countdown ends.
Get special 0% financing on a new Chevrolet during the final year and countdown from McCurley Chevrolet.
The Season of New Traditions sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Telluride EX with all-wheel drive starts at $44,699. Plus, get 5.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Do you feel moody or down during winter? you could suffer from seasonal affective disorder. Find ways to keep your attitude healthy this time of year at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Seasonal Depression Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
If you think you can find another $5 breakfast meal served all day with something savory like my bacon breakfast jack and something sweet like my fluffy French toast sticks, you thought wrong. But that's okay, I'll still let you have mine. At Jack, every bite's a big deal.
Welcome to Jack in the Box. From our family to yours, happy holidays.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, Josh, how did you fare yesterday with your 3-degree guarantee? Did you get it?
It was a white knuckler, but we got it. Yeah, remember, yes. the goal is that I want to be within 3 degrees of the actual high temperature.
And the jackpot goes up.
And the jackpot goes up. Sponsored by our good friends.
So someone can win more money.
Yes, yes. Can win more money courtesy of our good friends at the Legends Casino and Hotel, and me, of course. But anyway, I want to show you what the forecast high was for yesterday, 43 degrees. The actual high was 40 degrees. So that is technically within that 3-degree guaranteed threshold. So the jackpot did go up to $100. Again, that was the forecast high for yesterday in Pasco. So here's what it is for today, 46 degrees. So the actual high temperature has to fall between 43 to 49 degrees. And if that comes to fruition, the jackpot's going to grow to $125. But if it doesn't, you could win this jackpot. In order to do that, go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the contest page to see how to actually sign up to win the jackpot, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. All right, now we have a little bit more business to talk about in terms of the weather as this storm system is building off towards our south and west. You can see rain and snow starting to become more prevalent in Yakima County. We've been tracking snow showers all throughout this morning in the Blue Mountains, but snow levels around 1,000 to 1,500 feet for this morning, but they're going to fluctuate kind of depending on the region that you're talking about. Right now, temperatures are mostly above freezing for lower elevation, so that would kind of that throw a monkey's wrench into some of those accumulations that we could maybe see in the Kittitas and Yakima Valley. So we'll definitely be tracking that throughout this morning, but temperatures this morning in the 30s. All of us need to bundle up. And also, fog is an issue, or at least low-lying clouds or reduced visibility from some of the snow and the rain that we're seeing. As you can see, not much visibility in the Blue Mountains or Blue Foothills, not much in the Kittitas Valley or up in the Cascades. And it looks like some of that's starting to creep into the lower Columbia Basin as well. Here is your umbrella cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Rain chances going up all throughout the day, crescendoing around 4 p.m., falling off after that. So for today, it's going to be cold, it's going to be wet, a little wintry in our valleys and for the mountains, and I'll take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. We start this half hour off with new information. Fire officials are investigating after a fire caused significant damage to the grocery store in Mesa. The call for help came in just before 9:30 last night. Firefighters got to the 100 block of North First Avenue and they could see heavy smoke coming from the roof of JC's Mesa Grocery. Firefighters went to work attacking the fire from inside and outside the building. Agencies from around Franklin County responded, also the Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Fire crews remained on the scene for several hours, and damage estimates are not yet known. People at the scene say it's the only grocery store the people of Mesa and the surrounding area have, so it will be a big hit for the community. Injuries and the cause of the fire are also not yet known, but we'll have more on this throughout the day and on our website, and also tomorrow morning on Good Morning Northwest. Now, West Benton Fire and Rescue crews responded to reports of a structure fire between Prosser and Grandview. This was in an outbuilding in the area of West County Road 12 just before 1:45 p.m. Monday. The Benton County Sheriff's Office and Yakima Fire District Number 5 assisted in fighting the fire, and the cause for this fire is also under investigation. Officials are investigating after a fire at a Pasco home on the 200 block of West Shoshone Street happened. Pasco fire crews say smoke was coming out of the home and flames could be seen in the attic. Firefighters went to work attacking the fire from inside, and while crews were able to get the fire under control quickly, the house has significant damage. And they say the family of 4 will need to make repairs before they can go back to the home. The Pasco Firefighters Charitable Foundation provided the family with the car seat and diapers after one of the child's car seats was damaged during the fire. We're also told the Red Cross is helping. And people are rallying for a Kittitas County family who lost thousands of dollars in property to a fire over the weekend. Officials say the fire started in the garage and destroyed several cars, tools, bikes, and their camper before it spread to the home. The Douglas family says it was their dogs that warned them something was wrong, so everybody was able to get out of the home safely. Firefighters were able to put out the fire fast enough to save most of the home. But if you would like to help the family out, we have a link on AppleValleyNewsNow.com. In a follow-up now on a story from a few years ago, the National Transportation Safety Board says a pilot error caused a plane to burst into flames after landing at the Tri-Cities Airport, and this was back on September 20th of 2022. The NTSB says the pilot of the Cessna jet could not recall if he had confirmed the landing gear was locked down before touching down at the airport. To recap, the plane landed on its belly and then slid down the runway before it came to a stop. All 10 people were able to get off the plane without any injuries, but the pilot says he saw that the right engine was on fire, and in a matter of seconds, the entire plane was on fire. According to the NTSB, upon reviewing the plane's data, the plane's ground speed was about 13 knots over the runway threshold, which means the landing gear's warning system would not activate on a final approach. And you can find this full report up on our website. Heritage University is remodeling one of their buildings at the campus in Toppenish. Our Riley Fitzgerald takes us to the construction site, and she tells us that this building is now what it's being turned into.
It's officially winter break at Heritage University, but the work is just getting started. On the Toppenish campus at the Kathleen Ross Center, the building will be the home of a new STEM learning center, including new math and computer science classrooms, a makerspace, and study rooms.
So the building was built back in 1993 and has since not had any renovations or really been upgraded. So we wanted to take the opportunity to really focus on this building.
The $2.5 million project is being funded by a $1.5 million grant from the U.S. Department of Education, along with $1 million in private donations to the university. There are a few pieces to this STEM grant.
So one of those components is reaching students in the high schools and helping educate them on what the STEM fields and careers look like and what opportunities specifically Heritage University has to offer.
Then serving the students who attend the university and offering the right support services.
The other component of the grant is this building and really creating a STEM space for students. We really wanted to be able to showcase technology. We will have individual study spaces for students with smart boards that they'll have access to. We'll have new computers and the furniture. It's really all state of the art.
It will also improve the library and the Academic Skills Center. Officials say while this construction is going on, none of the services will be impacted and have been temporarily relocated. In Toppenish, Riley Fitzgerald, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Riley. And the construction is set to be completed around the late spring or early summer, and there will be a ribbon cutting to celebrate. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the Seattle Kraken are 3-3 in their last 6 games, but they're still close to the bottom of the Pacific Division. Coming up, we have how the team is looking to climb up the standings.
Hello there. Watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
The Christmas season is happening at Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company. Get 10% off custom buildings this holiday season. From now till the end of the month, take a jolly 20% off all in-stock inventory. We're also bringing you free fast delivery that's Santa approved. So skip the naughty list and head to Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds and Sunnyside Shed Company. The best deals of the season are waiting just for you.
Growing up,
I watched my mom serve our community by helping others through our church. I watched my dad, a workers' comp attorney, help people get benefits when they were injured at work. I'm Bryant Sutton, an attorney at Bothwell & Hamel, a law firm that exclusively helps people win workers' comp and Social Security disability. Let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell & Hamel.
Save for your Christmas holiday at Bimart, including bonus zone savings on Elements 55-inch smart TV for just $249.99. Store-wide Christmas savings are happening now with Bimart's latest savings book.
Hi, I'm Dawn Stone, and this is my husband, Randy.
And we built this kitchen.
No, Tim did.
Hi.
You see, our kitchen used to look like this. It just wasn't us. So I went to Par, and that's where I met Gail, who helped me choose my cabinets, countertops, and hardware at the Par Design Center. And we love the results. So you could say I designed this kitchen.
Yep.
Par, family owned since 1930. Go where the builders go.
What are you gonna build?
Run it up.
It's Santa's Big Give, where you could win $500 from Apple Valley News Now and Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities. To enter, click on contests at applevalleyNewsNow.com. $500 from the big guy, Coca-Cola of Yakima Tri-Cities and Apple Valley News Now.
Do not what you said.
Do you know what's going on in your backyard?
They score! That's back in hockey, baby! I'm back, y'all!
I'm David Muir. I know you are. Thank you so much for making Apple Valley News Now's Good Morning Northwest and ABC's Good Morning America the most watched morning news on local TV.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a tour of today's forecast, starting off in Kittitas County, where highs today are going to be in the mid-30s. It will be breezy up in the Cascades, those winds gusting out of the south and east upwards of 30 miles per hour. And it should be mostly snow throughout most of the day, although we're only anticipating up to around a couple inches for the Kittitas Valley. Then in the Yakima Valley, it should also be snow for the bulk of the day, at least in the upper Yakima Valley. Should be just a cold rain in the lower valley, but these highs are going to be in the mid-30s to low 40s. Light winds in the valley, also light winds in the lower Columbia Basin. These temperatures a little bit warmer into the low to mid-40s for the most part. Could struggle to make it out of the 30s up towards the Hanford site, but most of us will be in the low to mid-40s. And then for the Blue Foothills, mid-40s here as well, maybe even eking out a 50-degree high for Milton Freewater. And for Pilot Rock, that'll feel quite nice compared to some of the cold weather we've had as of late. And this should also just be a chilly rain in the foothills, and even for Cabbage Hill and Meacham, we're expecting a transition back to rain by the late morning. Winds here also breezy, gusting out of the south upwards of 20 miles per hour. That would be for the mountains and not for the foothills. Now let's talk about the big picture, the seasonal rainfall deficits and surpluses that we've tracked since October 1st, the beginning of the wet season. And here's what we're anticipating going into the storm system and after the storm system. Deficits flipping to surpluses in the Kittitas Valley, surpluses getting expanded in the Yakima Valley and the lower Columbia Basin, and we're chipping away in the Blue Foothills but still running a deficit. And I'll show you how much rainfall we're actually anticipating from the storm system coming up in a few minutes.
The Kraken Game of the Week, sponsored by Yakima Federal.
All right, the Kraken wrap up a 4-game homestand against the Ottawa Senators, a team they shut out earlier in the season. The Kraken and Senators have played 7 games, with the two teams each having won 3 apiece with 1 tie. Seattle has a 15-15-2 record overall and an 8-7-2 record on its home ice. The Kraken are coming off a loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Head coach Dan Blyzma says while Seattle started off the game well, they ran out of energy. And the Senators, like Seattle, have a couple of guys on a hot streak. The Senators' Drake Batherson has 13 goals and 20 assists. Tim Stutzel has 1 goal and 11 assists over the past 10 games. And on the other bench, Seattle's Jared McCann continues his all-star caliber season with 11 goals and 15 assists. Oliver Bjorkstrand over the last 10 games netted 7 goals and tallied 5 assists. And tonight's game kicks off on our MeTV channel at 7 o'clock. Up next on Good Morning Northwest, the department store chain Sears filed for bankruptcy back in 2018 and is now catching up to the only Sears store in the state of Washington. We have the news coming up in your morning sprint, but first our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth will have your full weather forecast.
Welcome to the Walla Walla Airport, where you'll experience enhanced convenience. Your gateway to adventure has expanded its security checkpoint and upgraded the departure area for your comfort. With free parking and daily Alaska Airlines flights to Seattle, your travel plans are easier than ever. Whether you're off to relax or to explore, start your journey smoothly with our improved facilities. Create unforgettable memories today. Book now at alaskaair.com. Your next adventure is just a flight away at Walla Walla Regional Airport, where parking is always free.
Look and feel your best with holiday specials on cosmetic services at Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center and Clinics in Grandview and Benton City. And give yourself the gift of healthy skin with our holiday bundles. Dermatology-approved products proven to target fine lines, dark spots, and treat acne during this harsh winter season. To schedule an appointment or learn more about cosmetic dermatology services and luxurious skincare products, visit prosserhealth.org. Happy holidays.
Get ready to feast at Legends Casino Hotel's ultimate all-you-can-eat seafood buffet. Dive into fresh Dungeness crab, wild Columbia River salmon, juicy prime rib, and much more. Taste it all every Thursday and Saturday starting at 4 p.m.
Umatilla County Fire District No. 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Winter is here, and your snow clearing game needs to be strong. Don't let Old Man Winter slow you down. Get your snowblower ready for the season with our snowblower tune-up. But hurry, this deal melts away on December 20th. And don't forget your lawnmower. Our Ride-On Deluxe service is just $299.99. Includes parts, pickup, and delivery. Get your mower ready for a smooth start in 2025. Come see us in West Richland or visit us online at libertylawnandsaw.com.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through today's forecast. We'll have steady precip throughout the day. Snow for most of the day in the Cascades, Kittitas Valley, and Upper Yakima Valley. Rain for lower elevations and even a transition to rain for Cabbage Hill by the late morning to early afternoon. And then for tonight, a quick burst of freezing rain possible in the early to mid-evening for Snoqualmie Pass. Then a transition to rain by the late evening. Rain for lower elevations, including for the valleys. But that'll mostly taper off by the late evening into the overnight hours mostly. And then for tomorrow, a much drier day and less wintry too, with rising snow levels. And the best chances for wet weather will be in the morning for the Cascades, Blues, and Blue Foothills. We can't even rule out some light showers lasting deeper into the day for the Kittitas and Upper Yakima valleys. And then for tomorrow night, a few showers could be left over in the Cascades, Kittitas, and Upper Yakima valleys, but we should be mostly dry overall. So now let's show you some of the snowfall totals we're expecting for both Tuesday and Wednesday. This is subject to change, but we're thinking 3 to 6 inches for Cascade passes, less than 2 inches for the Kittitas and Yakima valleys, no snow for the basin, no snow for the foothills, and a trace to 3 inches for the Blue Mountain passes. And then here's some of the water totals we're anticipating for today and tomorrow. This is also subject to change, but anywhere between 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch of water for the basin and foothills, between 1/4 to 1/2 for the Yakima Valley, between 1/2 to 3/4 for the Kittitas Valley and Blue Mountains. And obviously the wettest stretch of our viewing area is going to be up in the Cascades, between 1.5 to 2 inches of water. We should be much drier into Thursday and Friday. Then wet weather starts to creep back into the picture for this weekend, especially into Sunday and Monday. We're going to hone in on those days as those are looking like the wettest days. We'll touch on that in a second. But first, I did want to mention temperatures surging up to values about 15 degrees above average for tomorrow, but then stabilizing again after that. Now onto the Sunday-Monday storm system. Not anticipating a lot of snow from this one. Snow level is going to be way up there between 4,000 and 5,500 feet. And in terms of water totals, once again, this is going to be a very wet storm system for the Cascades, not as much for the Blues or lower elevations. This is a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Drier Thursday and Friday, small shower chances for Saturday through Monday. And then in Yakima, cloudy and cold to end the work week. Chances for wet weather go back up this weekend. Then in Ellensburg, maybe a leftover sprinkle for Thursday, but completely dry for Friday. Shower chances go back up starting on Saturday. For Hermiston, drier towards the end of this week. Then we're tracking small shower chances for this weekend. And then for Walla Walla, cloudy, cold, and dry Thursday and Friday. Then about 30 to 50% shower chances. They'll come back into the forecast for Saturday through Monday. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the drone mystery deepens.
We don't know what they're doing and who's operating them. That's the unsettling part.
The FBI and Department of Homeland Security ramping up efforts to investigate reports of mysterious drone sightings in the Northeast. Law enforcement officials now warning there's a new danger for air travel. The FBI receiving nearly 5,000 tips so far amid growing fear and uncertainty. Federal sources tell ABC News they're deploying infrared cameras and drone detection technology to ensure drones flying over New Jersey and New York aren't a threat.
We are seeing an increase in pilots of manned aircraft being hit in the eyes with lasers because people on the ground think they see a drone. We are also concerned people will take matters into their own hands and fire a weapon at an aircraft.
And coming up on GMA, a morning interview with White House National Security Communications Advisor John Kirby. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Living with your albuterol asthma rescue inhaler? It's a bit of a dinosaur. Albuterol only treats your symptoms, not inflammation, a cause of asthma attacks. Treating symptoms and inflammation with rescue is supported by asthma experts. Finally, there's a modern way to treat symptoms and asthma attacks. AirSupra is the first and only dual-action asthma rescue inhaler FDA approved to treat symptoms and help prevent asthma attacks. AirSupra should not be used as a maintenance treatment for asthma. Get medical help right away if your breathing doesn't improve or worsens, or for serious allergic reactions like rash, mouth or tongue swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing, or chest pain. Using AirSupra more than prescribed could be life-threatening. Serious side effects include increased risk of thrush or infections, or heart problems like faster heart rate and higher blood pressure. Welcome to the modern age of dual-action asthma rescue. Ask your doctor if AirSupra is right for you.
Now, the Morning Sprint.
Time is now 6:51. It's time for your morning sprint. We're going to start off in your national headlines. The woman who stowed away on a Delta flight from New York to Paris last month has been taken into custody again. This time she was caught trying to sneak into Canada on a Greyhound bus. She reportedly cut off her ankle monitor on Sunday, and she's now in FBI custody and is expected to be turned over to U.S. Marshals in Buffalo, New York. She'll likely be charged with bail jumping and could face up to 5 years in federal prison. A documentary about the fatal shooting of United Healthcare CEO and the 5-day manhunt for the suspect, Luigi Mangione, is reportedly in the works. Variety reports that Anonymous Content and Alex Gibney's Jigsaw Productions will be producing it. The documentary will also reportedly look at Americans' frustration with the healthcare industry. In your business headlines, Apple is planning some big design and format changes. Sources familiar with the plans report Apple is developing 2 foldable devices, with the foldable iPhone being one of them. The company is reportedly planning to introduce a thinner iPhone next year, although Apple has not confirmed these reports. Starbucks is boosting paid parental leave for its store workers who work 20 hours a week or more. Starting in March, it'll increase to 18 weeks. It's currently 12 weeks, and the new benefits are for the workers at the 10,000 company-owned stores. This does not apply to the nearly 7,000 licensed stores that operate independently. In your health headlines, the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions found that Amazon dismissed data that linked quotas to elevated injury rates. A report found that the health and safety personnel recommended relaxing the enforcement of production quotes, but senior executives ignored the recommendations. It also found that injury rates at Amazon were nearly twice the average for the rest of the industry. An Amazon spokesperson has denied these claims. And some health experts are saying constantly holding your pee can pose a threat to your health. They say the risks come with how the process works in our body. Nerve receptors tell the brain it's time to go once the bladder is half full, but the brain tells us to hold it until a socially acceptable time. Ignoring our body's cues to go can increase your risk of a urinary tract infection, and it can cause kidney damage. Now we go to your top 5 local stories that you need to know this morning. First up, the man suspected of throwing a rock through the window of the Yakima Police Department is now in custody. The 25-year-old is facing a first-degree malicious mischief charge. Police say he vandalized at least 6 downtown businesses, causing a total of $25,000 in damage. Police are urging any other businesses that may have been hit to make a police report. They say it does not matter how small the damage is. And the city of Mabton started 2024 with a budget around $1.5 million. They brought in about $6.1 million in revenue and spent $6.5 million, which leaves them to start out 2025 with $987,000. They have negative balances in the cemetery, water, garbage, and custodial funds, and the temporary finance manager says the proposed budget is as accurate as it can be. The city council did not vote to adopt the budget at its last meeting, but they can still do so at the next meeting in January. And the city of Sunnyside is taking action on its 2025 proposed budget. And coming up tonight in our evening newscast, we'll have a complete breakdown of the plan, and this will be before and after the NBA championship game. Sears has officially closed its store in Tukwila, the only store that was left in Washington. It was at the South Center Mall for the past 30 years, and now only 4 states have a Sears store. That's California, Texas, Florida, and Massachusetts. The department store chain has been struggling since the 90s, and it went bankrupt in 2018. Finally, the Blue Bridge painting and containment is complete. The project took almost an entire year as expected, and crews are in the final stages. Officials say there will be no more traffic backups daily because of it. However, crews will be cleaning up for the next few weeks, so there may be intermittent lane closures. Trending now, we're getting a first look at the new Superman, who's played by up-and-coming actor David Corenswet.
In the first motion poster, you can see him taking flight for the upcoming Superman movie. DC Studios executive James Gunn posted it on social media.
And the motion trailer includes a slowed-down interpretation of the Superman theme by John Williams for the original 1978 film. And also, Gunn later posted a video announcing the trailer for the movie comes out Thursday.
Superman is the first movie under the new DC Studios under the leadership of co-CEOs Gunn and Peter Safran, and is the main kickoff for the DC Universe. Superman soars into theaters July 11th.
I'm just happy there's finally supposed to be a good Superman movie. Henry Cavill didn't get one, but this new one is looking pretty good.
We'll see. There hasn't been one in a long time.
I
Marvel's
know,
kind of been
but
kicking the fanny of DC.
I know, but
yeah.
Not for long.
Maybe the narrative can be flipped.
I'm hoping so with the new creators. Oh, but yeah. Josh, how is it looking outside? It
is starting to look a lot wetter, especially in Yakima County. We're also tracking some snow showers in Morrow and Umatilla counties. Snow levels around 1,000 to 1,500 feet, but they're kind of going to fluctuate from west to east. But just know that we will have the chance for valley snow in the Yakima and Kittitas valleys and also mountain snow. Let's show you temperatures this morning. And if we did have snow in the valleys, it wouldn't stick, or at least it wouldn't stick that much, as temperatures are mostly above freezing, but it still is cold. You'll need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door. Visibility is now reduced for Cabbage Hill and Pendleton and Hermiston and Walla Walla and Snoqualmie Pass and Ellensburg. In those areas, you want to take it slow on the roadways, and you'll want to use the low beam. So for today, we'll have steady rain, mountain and valley snow throughout the day, but it will start to taper off a little bit into the evening and overnight hours. But here's some of the snowfall totals we're anticipating over the next 24 to 36 hours. 3 to 6 inches for our Cascade Passes, less than 2 inches for the valleys, nothing doing for the basin or foothills, and a trace to 3 inches for the Blue Mountain Passes.
Thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. Have a great day.